lot that goes on behind the scenes here at Astro to make some awesome perforated metal like the one you see here. We're gonna take you behind the scenes and give you a VIP look on what all goes on. Let's go. I'm here with Tim, our punch director.
Well, I'm actually a manufacturing engineer.
Right, but we're going for a movie theme for this video. So as our punch director, Tim, what is your role here at Astro?
Well, as a manufacturing engineer, I do a lot more than just with the punches. I program all of our machines here, work on the softwares, train the guys on the machines, put manufacturing orders together for the shop, do all kinds of stuff. It's a very expansive role, so yeah.
Scene. When a new job comes in, what are the first things you think about when programming the punch?
Well, there's quite a few considerations. Your material thickness, and by material I mean what type of material. What are the features that the customer is wanting to make out of that material? And then lastly, given all of that, do we have the tools to make this, or are we going to need to order tools, and how much is that going to cost? And just, yeah, getting into the nitty-gritty details of what it is that we're actually making is usually where my questions lie.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What advice would you give a designer who's creating a part that'll be punched on the machine?
Well, I would start with probably I would say the two biggest rules with designing parts for a punch machine. Anytime you have a hole feature or anything, I mean, a punch machine, you're putting a punch through material. So whatever thickness that material is, you don't want to go below that size for, say, a diameter hole punch or a square punch. Otherwise, you're going to run into tool breakage and issues like that. The other thing is, you can see like perf panels we have here, or like this one right here. There's a lot of different edge features like this, which this new machine we just installed actually helps a lot with this, because now I don't have to punch these features, I can laser them after punching, which is a game changer for us. But the other consideration is your web thickness between hits. Another rule is you do not want that web thickness to be smaller than your material thickness. That web will start to twist and bind, you'll have tool breakage issues and really bad warped parts. They won't stay flat. And it's just really challenging to punch that, usually pretty much impossible. So those are your tool rules. Material thickness determines your webbing and your punch size.
Well, there's lots of different variables involved in punching. So what happens when one variable is changed? How does that impact everything else?
Yeah, so say you change, like you have steel here and we have aluminum here, and say I wanted to punch this perforation pattern into this steel. Well, first of all, they're different thicknesses and they're different materials, so all of your clearances for your tools change. Basically we'd have to either order new tools or potentially redesign it. There's always the potential that if you change the variable, like say this is a pretty spread out pattern, but say it was tighter and then you wanted to go to thicker material, well, you might not be able to do that because now you're breaking your hole size and your webbing rule. And so changing variables can really change how we're going to go about punching this and what tools we're going to use.
Now, I know there's a lot of companies out there that do quote-unquote punching, but what sets Astro apart? What makes us different?
Yeah, that's a great question. So a lot of what we do and the value that we provide here is we don't just, I mean, some of the stuff we do, we'll just take models and run it through the machine, but a lot of what we do is I will work with the sales team and the estimators and the customer, and we discuss their vision and what our capabilities are, and we make it work for them. And I think that's really what sets us apart is I do a lot of R&D out here running tests and stuff, asking our tooling providers for specific tools that maybe have never been made before. I do all of the tool design for all of our cluster tools and special tooling, so we do a lot of custom weird stuff, I would say, that, yeah, like we're gonna work with you as a customer. That would be the difference.
So rumor has it, Astro has a new actor on set. Are you able to introduce us to this new actor?
Yeah, this is our Trumatic 1000. This is our
Nice.
newest actor, or machine here at Astro. This thing's a beast. I am super excited about it. For years I've been creating programs to run on the laser and then run on the punch, but now we can do it all on one machine. So what this is it has an electric actuated punching head, pretty similar to our 5000. But then it also has fiber laser capabilities. So what that means is I can punch stuff and then I can laser out the border or laser out features that I can't punch to get a nice clean edge, which a lot of our customers are looking for on our perforated products. This is an example of the first thing we really have ran on it, but you can see how just kind of crazy this edge features are on these parts. And normally I would have to laser these out as blanks and then put them on the punch, but now we can do it all on one machine. So yeah, pretty cool capability.
Now we work a lot with engineers and architects. So what are some suggestions you'd give them when it comes to punching?
Yeah, do your research. There's a lot of information out there on, like I discussed earlier, rules of punching, what you can and can't be done. I get a lot of stuff and questions that come my way about fully done models, things that are completely through the design phase, and I have the unfortunate job of telling them that we can't do that and it's not really possible a lot of the times. So doing your diligence and understanding the manufacturing behind what you're designing, it goes a million miles. So that would be my suggestion. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tim, for being a great manufacturing director and giving us the behind the scenes look on what goes on at the punch at Astro.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.